So what we can do is we can now connect or we can actually get the LED should be connected at pin number 17, right? So 17 is with GPIO pin. We need to see the pin configuration. So you can just type it out and maybe have a look from a source image, which in raspberrypi.org. I'm not sure if you're going to get the pin configuration out here. Maybe. So you can have a look at this raspberrypi.org, and over here, let's say if pin configuration, I guess, is not there here. So maybe we might have to Google it out then and have a look from another source. Let's say, let's just write there Raspberry Pi pin configuration. So you can just search it out. And once you search, you can get an image. You can go to the images, and from there you can have a look at one of the images which they have given. So I have taken one from, this is their website. So I'm just taking a random image which is there. And so they have just marked it out. You can have a look. So it's from Pinterest. So they have put it up there. So over here, let's say I'm going to use GPIO 17. So where is GPIO 17? Let's say just GPIO 18. This is GPIO 27, 22, 26, 16. GPIO 17 should be there. Well, that's weird. I can't find it. 13, 27, 20. All right, let's forget about 17. We can take GPIO 18 for now. GPIO 18 is the 12th board pin. So accordingly, you need to connect it. GPIO 18. So let's go on to 18 and we can write the code accordingly. So we can connect that. But when we connect it, we need to write the code out here. So what I need to do is I'll write the code and say from gpiozero. From gpiozero, I need to import, first of all, the LED and create an LED object by saying LED is at pin number 18. And that object is going to be, let's say, LED. And what I can do is, in while true, so basically I'm linking an LED using gpiozero. So I can just say LED.on, and I can say time.sleep for 0.5 seconds. Again, LED.off, and then again time.sleep for 0.5 seconds. So I can keep doing this again and again. Hence, I need to also import time here because I have used the time module. So I can save this up, and for now, I can just say IoT basics. Out there, I can say gpiozero or understanding gpiozero, something like that. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and for now, it's just a blinking for now. And then we go on to the one button pressing and the second button pressing, and then do it up. So I'm going to run that. So when I run it, basically the LED at pin number 18 should go high and low. So now let's have a look at the connections, pin number 18, and then also we'll have a look at what buttons we can connect and so on. All right. So let's have a look at the connections now. So we'll just connect the LED out here, and pin number 18. The GPIO pin number 18, as we saw in the pin configuration sometime back in the pin configuration that we saw, pin number 18, GPIO 18 was nothing but pin number 12. So we're going to count it up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is my 12th pin, and I have a ground. So the other one is connected to ground. So an LED, the anode and the cathode, we already know this, the anode and the cathode, and the anode is connected via resistance this is the cathode connected via resistance to ground, and ground is the 6th pin, and then you have the anode. The anode is connected, or the positive, that's the longer leg of the LED, is connected to board pin number 12, GPIO pin number 18. And now it's blinking, right? Every 0.5 seconds, it's waiting and blinking out there. Now, what we need to do is, we need to actually control, let's say, use the same gpiozero and control this LED using a button. So let's say, for example, if I want to connect a button at another GPIO pin, let me say, for now, I can just have a look. Just a second. So I have my button out here, which is going to be connected. So you can connect the button somewhere in the center of the breadboard. That's a push button. Now, the good thing about the push button is, this time you don't need to give a high volt and a low volt and stuff like that, because they managed to do that by themselves. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. You have the button, and also let's connect. We can also have button number 2, which can also be used later. So I'm going to connect both these buttons. So this is button number 1, and I'm going to take another push button and connect it right there. So as you can see, I'm going to connect the button just next to it, or let me connect one button here, a little far away, so we understand both. Cool. So one button here and another button there. So there are 2 buttons, and we need to push them up and control the LED. So now what I can do is, basically I'm going to connect both these buttons to ground for now, right? So you can take a male-to-male wires, the male-to-male both sides, where you have the steel ends, right? So that's going to be the male-to-male wires. So I'm just going to take a few of them, and we're going to use them. So this is male-to-male wires where both ends are having the metal ends, right? So I'm going to take a few of them, and let's say connect both the buttons to one of the pins of both the buttons, connect them to ground. So connect to ground. That's the general step. Connect to ground. And the other pin of both buttons, we need to connect to a GPIO pin. So let's connect them to a GPIO pin. So let's say this particular button, I'll connect to a GPIO pin. Oh, I require a male to female this time, right? Because I need to have a male end here and a female end here. So I need to have a male to female wire. So this is going to be, let's say I'm going to have this particular button, which is going to be connected to, I have to connect it to a GPIO pin. So the GPIO pin that is going to be connected is, let's say in my pin configuration, I'm going to connect it to GPIO 23 and 24, which is pin number 16 and 18. Or we can do something like this. Board numbering 13 and 15 is GPIO 27 and 22. 13 and 15. So this is 12. So the next one is going to be 13. That is this pin. So 13 is nothing but GPIO 27. So this is 13 is GPIO 27. And the next one is 13, and the 15th one, which is just below it, is going to be connected to. Alright, so let's recap. This one is GPIO 18. Okay. This one is GPIO 27, and this one is GPIO 22. So 22, 27, 18. So we're going to make our connection like this. So this one is 22,
right? 27, and this is 18. So let's do that. Let's get back to the coding part of it and go ahead, right?